Hi guys, in this week's session the party discover the source of Father Tobias's undead problem. If you do like these videos then please give them a thumbs up and comment. I'd love to know what you like about the videos or what you might like to see. Also subscribe and click on the bell icon for notifications of new videos. I hope you enjoy.
You had a good look around the cavern with the lake and there was nothing else there. And the only way out other than retracing your steps was a little dark passageway.
Yes.
I've kind of assumed that you've wanted to go down that passageway.
Yes.
Yeah?
Either that or we leave.
Well, yeah, that's kind of it, really. Those are your choices. And you can, if you wish, you could go back out, but it's up to you. So, what would you like to do, guys? Are you going to go down this passageway?
Yeah.
Yes.
For the passageway and beyond.
Hair's looking very shiny today, by the way, Mercer.
Thank you. I actually conditioned it, even though I'm allergic to conditioner.
It shows.
Because, I needed to. It had been in the ocean.
Is that courtesy of the seaside?
Yes. But
So,
yes, my skin wasn't too bad because I haven't used it.
Passageway twists and turns. It's pretty narrow, but you don't encounter anything. You're probably walking for a good 5 minutes through the darkness with your lantern lights. And as you turn one corner, you can see that there is a faint light ahead. And you can just about make out that the passageway is widening. And there appears to be a cavern in front of you.
Is there any noise?
There's no noise. There is kind of the flickering light, and as you look into the room, into the cavern, you can see that it's still a natural cavern. The walls are uneven, but in the middle of it, there is a slab, and it looks to you as if something or somebody is laid on the slab.
Ooh.
And I will kind of reveal a little bit of what you can see.
Are they awake?
They're not moving.
Ooh. Okay, don't touch them with anything. Throw a stone at them and see
I
what
was
happens.
going to say, are there any stones or anything on the ground?
Yeah, there's
I've
lots
got
of...
lots of shot in my slingshot.
Yeah,
Let's
and
not waste that. Let's just throw a stone.
there's natural stone on the ground as well. Yeah.
Okay, let's throw a stone at them and see what happens.
What if
Would
there
that be a
is
shooting check?
Yeah, that would be a shooting check.
Can whoever is
Cool, I've never tried shooting anything before.
But there's no dexterity.
I failed so much.
my shooting?
I'm just it's gone.
Okay, so your pebble sort of flies past the target and clatters around the cavern, and as it clatters,
Do they move?
the person on the slab does jerkily sit up and swing their legs round to one side and stands next to the slab. As they do so, you notice that this form appears to be made up of lots of parts from other animals and beings. You couldn't really tell whether this thing is made up of elf, dwarf, hobbit, or deer, or badger, or whatever. It's kind of a mixed match of things.
Ben, shut up.
Okay. What order are you in, guys?
I think I'm at the front because I'm throwing stuff.
So Mercer, I'll put you here. Who's next?
Yeah. Well, we have the others with us, don't we? So I think it should go Hagen behind me because Hagen doesn't want to be next to Kiana.
Yeah.
And then Charles, and then Kiana and Egg.
Okay, cool. We shall do that then. Do the old conga thing again. Okay. What would you like to do, guys? I'm going to give you the first turn here.
I feel like we should try and talk to it, but also I don't want to talk to it.
I can negotiate.
Someone else talk to it, yeah.
I walk up very confidently, very suave, with a Charles charm in full action. I extend my hand for a friendly, warm yet manly and strong handshake and say, "Hi, I'm Charles. What's your name? How you doing?"
Manly. When did you get so heterosexual? What is the matter with you?
Since you started trying to bed Kiana, I think.
Oh, that will.
Okay, so are you now in front of Mercer? Have you squeezed your way in front?
Yeah. And I do all of those things.
Okay, so as you do that, this thing does not reply. It does kind of snarl at you, and it starts lurching towards you.
So, okay, I missed quite a bit of it because I'm sorting out bus pass crisis.
We're
Again.
facing a sort of Frankenstein's monster
That's
situation.
what I was going to ask.
Charles has tried to ask it its name. It just kind of made weird noises and is kind of lurching at him.
She
Does it
hasn't
by any
proposed
chance-
to it yet.
Does it by any chance look like Benedict Cumberbatch?
Maybe part of it, yeah.
It's made up of animals as well as beings, so
Oh,
like,
interesting.
Charles is a fun-loving, polyamorous guy.
do not propose
Charles
to the
needs
monster.
to get a grip on his libido.
Charles, do not propose to the monster.
All I'm
Is
saying
it?
is that Frankenstein's monster in the book, all he wants is to be loved.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Charles
great,
can
but this
provide
thing is
that.
no. Is it trying to like
Not that kind of
attack?
love. No,
Does it look like it's
Yeah.
trying to attack?
It looks like it's probably going to rip Charles's arm out of its socket.
Okay, I'm
We
just gonna
don't
go
want to
straight
have
for
to
it with my
kill it.
axe.
We don't want to have to kill it because
Sharply
Frankenstein.
retract the hand of
It's trying to rip Charles's
Oh,
arm off.
It is like Frankenstein's monster. It's such a sad figure, and all
I'm
it needs-
ignoring Hagen and I'm
They
going
need to be
straight towards
friendly.
it with my axe.
No,
Okay.
don't.
That's literally what I just said, and you brushed me off.
Don't do that.
Okay,
Can we
so
make that into the monster?
and you're going to hit it with your axe?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, so
Oh,
could you
isn't it?
make, please, a fighting check minus? Let's find out what this thing's dexterity is.
Slightly concerned it's gonna be really strong.
Yeah, I would have that concern too, but then I'd know what it is. So
Right.
its dexterity is 2, so fighting minus 2,
Okay.
please.
No, I missed.
Okay, and who's
Now it's gonna be really
next?
pissed.
Right, well, I'm standing right in front of it.
Yeah, you're pretty close. Mercer's in front of you.
I'm in the way now, yeah.
Okay.
But you can still shoot it if you want.
Will that push me out of the way?
I just feel like in my heart, Charles isn't ready to give up yet.
Good. See if you can make friends with it. What's your persuasion?
Very low.
Tried to make friends with it and it nearly ripped his arm off.
Give it a go.
Charles believes in second and third chances.
Give it a go. Try persuading it.
Or not.
Offer it some food.
I'm stuck. Hold on. Oh god, all my posters are falling down.
Go on, try it. Try it. Try persuading it. Try making friends with it.
No.
I'm going to.
Just... What are you doing then, Charles?
Yep. Shoot it.
And we don't need to kill it, Ali. We just need to like knock it out so it's not in our way.
Shoot it with the firebolt.
Okay, so make a shooting check minus 2, please.
Oh, I got an 8,
Oh,
and my shooting is a 9.
Haha.
Okay, so your firebolt disappears and hits a wall behind you. And as it does so, you can see that there is another passageway leading out. There are also there is a crate and a barrel over here. And you can see just behind a stalagmite that there appears to be a desk with lots of tools laid out on it. Surgical tools, you would probably guess.
Love that. Okay, now we're going to go in with the bow.
Yep, shooting check -2, please.
5. So I passed it this time.
Okay, so your shooting was
9.
9
So
minus 2,
7
so
or
that's
under.
7. So you've got 2 points of damage. Does it have any armor? Let's have a look. It does have light armor, but
How did they find armor to fit that thing?
I know you'd have to make a few changes to it. Well, it has reinforced skin, so yeah, not really armor, but it's pretty like pickled, I think is probably the best way to describe. So you do have a point of damage. Right, so it needs to make a toughness check, see whether it misses that. And it is well odd. But it fails its toughness check, so you have wounded it.
Nice.
So with a snarl, it kind of, and you can see that where the arrow is embedded, it's taken out a stitch, and part of the creature's arm is now falling away.
Gross.
Where would we be if people had treated Wolverine like this?
People did treat Wolverine like that.
Yes, and look how hard life was for him.
That's what the whole.
This thing is going to have a hard life regardless. It doesn't appear to be able to talk. It doesn't respond well to
But
conversation.
it's only just been born, neither can a baby. It's got to learn.
Babies don't try and pull your arms off.
No, but you've never breastfed.
That's not too much of a concern until they get to
Babies can inflict pain.
So
I'm going to try
Hagen?
and talk to it. No, I don't want to shoot it. Oh, is there anything around that I can make something? Because my craft is really good and I'm very agile and quick.
What are you going to make?
I don't know.
Another human.
well,
Oh, another human. And
you
then you
have
just have a friend.
I will kill both of them. I will try to kill both.
You have all of the items that you have on your person, and also within the room there are kind of natural pebbles on the floor. There is a brazier with burning coals in it. There's a crate, a barrel that would have some steel hoops around it. There's a bench with surgical tools on it, so kind of saws, scalpels, stitching equipment.
You
No
could
body
try and-
parts. No body parts lying around.
You could try and show it compassion by stitching its arm back on.
Oh, that's a
None
good
that you
idea.
can see at the moment, Hagen. Not from where
That's a
you
good
are.
idea. So I'm going to go up to it, and I'm going to go up to it with a needle. This could be bad. It could be good. Mickey hates us both. And I am going to go up to it and say, "Fix arm," pointing to his arm. Fix arm.
Okay,
And
how
then
far do you move, Hagen?
I
Does the
move.
creature know any
Sure,
sign
I move
language?
9. I move 9.
Yeah, I will allow that. So you've gone
Yes.
over to the bench, you found a needle and thread, and you've headed over here. And could you make a
Craft.
persuasion check, please?
Oh, craft. Persuasion is poop.
Well, no, you need the craft to actually fix the arm.
I did not manage to talk it into it.
Okay, so we'll come to what the monster does in a minute. And for the moment, Kiana's going to step up.
Yay.
And she's going to say to everybody in front of her to duck. And she's going to make a shooting check to see whether she can firebolt this creature. I can't remember what her shooting was. Let's have a look. See. Yeah. Okay, so she's got to get 3 or less. And she misses. So her firebolt impacts on the wall as well. Egg's just going to follow up behind Kiana, keeping a close eye on her with his spear. And the creature is going to try and swing an arm out at you, Hagen.
That's fine.
So what's your dexterity, please?
My dexterity is 4.
4, okay.
I'm well
So
dexterous.
it's going to try and smack you with its fist. Dexterity 4, okay. So it's got to get 4 or less to hit you.
I'm outraged.
and it misses. So as it swings its fist out, you just duck underneath it, and you kind of feel the air move above your hair, and there's a kind of a whoosh. And it's your go, please, Mercer.
I am going to try and hit it again with my axe.
Okay, so there's no dexterity to the monster now.
Awesome.
So,
My bear's in the way.
oh, that would have affected. Yeah, it's all right. It shouldn't have had as much chance to hit you, but it didn't matter anyway. So, yeah, no dexterity. So just a fighting check, please.
And I miss 5 miles.
Okay. Charles.
Every time Mercer says that, I think of that one game.
Use your persuasion
Yes.
to it and say, look, the hobbit will fix your arm.
What I do is I walk up to you, I snatch the arm out of your hand, and I hit the monster with it.
Which arm?
The monster's arm.
Oh, okay. Well, the monster's arm is still kind of hanging off it at the moment, but you could try and pull
Grab his
the arm
hand, do the
off
way you hit yourself.
if you
Way you
want.
hit yourself.
All you two need is a couple of pitchforks and some villagers.
You know what? I'm just gonna try and firebolt it.
Flaming torches.
Okay, yeah, so make a shooting check, please, minus nothing.
16. That was not
No.
a success.
Okay, so that one misses. Do you want to do anything else?
I made it with the longbow though.
Okay, so your longbow, what did you roll?
4. And my
4.
shooting 9.
Oh, so 5 points of damage. So that's 4 points of damage, so it's got to get under 10. And it does. So your arrow does embed into it, but it doesn't seem to have done any harm to it at all. And you are down to 11 arrows. Hagen, what would you like to do?
My Alexa's red. Why is the Alexa
I don't know,
red?
because I pushed a bunch of buttons on it because you two wouldn't shut up.
Oh my days, have you broken it?
If it's red, it might just not be connected. Try and talk to it.
Alexa. Ah, you broke my Alexa. Okay, I'm still going to try and help the monster in the hopes that it may become an ally in later fights.
Okay.
You collected so many allies.
Yes, but one of them is more of a hindrance, which is the little tiny goblin who doesn't do a lot.
He's doing a great job.
So,
Just not the camera focus. There we go.
Egg may have his moment.
be lucky, be lucky, be lucky. Oh no, it's actually, I am less persuasive than I was before.
Okay.
Because all your friends are trying to.
All right. So we will come to Kiana's turn, and Kiana's going to try and firebolt the creature. She needs 5 or less. She rolls a 20, so that's pretty disastrous.
Wow.
Egg's just going to keep on keeping on. The monster is going to growl at you again, Hagen, and this time instead of trying to swipe across you, it's actually going to try and just hammer you into the ground.
An outrage.
And
It's going to have to reach down a long way, don't forget.
yeah, it you know,
It
Yeah,
might
you're like
topple
half
over
its
on the way
size.
down.
that could be a
That
problem
would be
for it.
good
So your
if it topples over on the way down.
dexterity is 4, its fighting is 8, but it's -3, so it's got to get a 1 or less to hit you. Oh, and it doesn't. It gets a 4. So it actually realizes that you're further down than it thought it was and doesn't quite make contact. And it's your go, Mercer.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and hit it with my axe.
Go for it. Just a fighting check.
I dropped my dice. It rolled straight off. I missed again.
Oh no.
I
Okay.
keep getting really high rolls. So I got 18.
18. Oh.
Oh,
You should definitely play D&D, not Dead Simple.
yeah, right.
You'd be doing great. Okay,
Get different dice, I think. Cursed.
Charles, it's your go.
Oh,
What
I
are you
haven't
doing?
said what I've tried to do yet.
Are you
Firebolt
firebolting?
it. Yeah.
Okay, so your shooting was 9, wasn't it? So that's 5. And its dexterity would now. Oh, it doesn't have any. 5 points of damage, isn't it? Yeah. Which becomes 4 because of its skin, and that comes off its toughness. Oh, it's a fireball, was it? Yeah. So it kind of as it bursts into flame, it's sort of flailing around, and it falls to the floor, still burning, and is knocked out. What would you like to do, guys?
See, my brain is in Skyrim mode and was like, search it. No. Search the body. No.
Let's go and have a look in things like the barrels and the crates, and have a look at what might be on the desk or in the desk if there's drawers. Because you said desk, not like slab.
Yeah, well, there is a slab, the slab that the monster was on, which is kind of just like a stone slab. There's nothing else really on there. The desk by the stalagmite has kind of a collection of surgeon's tools.
Anything else? Can we rifle through the drawers?
Anything cool or stabby?
Cool, lots of cool and stabby stuff. Yeah, there's needles, there's thread, saws, there are knives.
I'll take the swords.
Is there anything like engraved on the slab or anything?
No, it's just a smooth stone slab, kind of like a channel in it for kind of fluids and stuff.
Okay, crates and barrels at the back.
Crates and barrels at the back. Okay, so in those, they are packed with ice, and within the ice, there are various parts from animals.
I could have made him a little companion.
Creatures.
Yeah, and then we would have had to fight 2 of them.
No, because the companion would have been like my companion.
So your companions would have had to fight to death.
What?
I could have made a companion.
Higgins found the body parts, and now it's like, dang, I could have made a companion. And I'm like, it will die.
Yeah, you kind of
I know it will die.
You notice that the
I
slab
will kill it.
and the floor around the slab are kind of splattered with fairly fresh and also dried blood.
Nice.
What's that?
Also, in this moment, I'm going to go and pick up Egg because I'm slightly concerned about him just being at the back.
Okay.
Now
So-
that we're not in combat, and I don't want to like get wandering off. And Ezra isn't here, so I guess I'm looking up to Egg. I'll like
Egg's next
him
to
on
you
my
then.
shoulder.
Okay. What
We'll
would
have
you
a
like
look
to do?
around. Anything else useful? Look at the walls. Look at the ceilings.
Yeah, the walls and the ceiling, it's all natural. You know, there's stalactites hanging from the ceiling.
No
Walls,
secret inscriptions or runes.
none that you can see. No.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
You
Are there
can
any
make-
tracks other than our own?
You can make perception checks if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
Are there
that.
any words of power on the wall?
Throw the dice.
Fusroda.
I've been playing not enough Sky.
Yeah, your perception.
I got a 2. My
You got a
perception
2.
is 4.
Okay, so you're fairly convinced, well, you're absolutely convinced that what I've described is all that's in there. In terms of tracks, Mercer, you can see that there appears to be some traffic in and out of this cavern. Most of it, in fact, all of it, seems to be disappearing up into this tunnel over here.
Okay.
Okay, are there any small sharp scalpels on the slab?
Yes, numerous.
Lovely.
It's kind of like a roll of them.
I will take the roll, please, because small sharp scalpels are jolly handy to cut through tendons and things.
I've got a saw and a knife.
Stab him in the kneecaps.
Yeah. So you're taking the saw.
I'm
Yeah,
taking the roll.
there's kind of like there's bone hammers and chisels and things as well.
Oh, if we got chisels, chisels are well handy.
I've got iron spikes,
We've got no
which you can
chisel,
kind of use as a chisel if you're
and
doing
we've
very
got no
pointy
chisel,
things.
and I've got no hammer. Should we take a
I
hammer,
also have
and,
no space left, so I can't pick anything up.
hammer and a chisel?
Unless I can store extra stuff in my belt pouch. But
Yeah, I think you could. They're not particularly
Got the
heavy, these
hammer and a
tools.
chisel. And I have got the roll with the scalpels, because you never know. I might want to create stuff later on.
oh, last time we found money, and I don't have it written down on my sheet because I
It
didn't
was
have my sheet.
15 ducats was found in the chest under the lake, and it was 120 ducats in the chest in the grove.
I'll put
I
down.
love that for us.
I think it's time we had a big party, don't you?
Yeah, or maybe get some training.
Oh my gosh. All right, Mr. Clever. He's like, get some training. I'm like, let's have a huge party.
I don't think I have enough for any training yet.
You're thinking Bilbo's party under that tree with all the lights and fireworks and stuff.
We just have a lot of money, and I think having a party is a really nice way to
I
spend
think
it.
I have.
How much is the training?
It varies depending on what you want to do. So,
Okay, what's basic?
and
How much-
also you need
Over
somebody
again.
to train you in the skills as well.
Yes, but the geezer in the inn. our
Yeah,
friend.
he can teach you, I think it was dexterity training. I think.
That useful for fighting.
Useful for sneaking and stuff, and agility. Yeah, you haven't come across anybody that offers you fighting training yet.
Okay.
I believed that all of these numbers and arrows and plus signs and circles would mean anything to me in like a week's time.
I don't know what we're thinking. So Corbin can do like dexterity training and stuff.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty
What
sure
does
it
Max
was.
train us in? I'm sure Max can do training, can't he?
How many of us are there?
Max was, I don't think Max was. You can get sort of priesty training from Father Tobias.
25.
Yes, but
I know we can get training from the dude at the Thwacket Club.
Yeah, if you're willing to trade in a goblin, he'll offer you a reduction in
no.
Does
Was it
anyone
speed? I think
know?
it was speed.
speed, yeah. But
Also,
to be fair-
definitely vote that we should change Thwacket to that thing that you tagged us in on Facebook because that was
Yeah.
amazing.
I figured we could call that game Clang.
Absolutely.
Did you hear the noise it made?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was super fun. We should do that for an insect day.
Someone
Lars.
please tell me what 120 divided by 5 is. It's 24 or 25, but I don't have the mental capacity to.
120 divided by
24.
5.
Cool.
Okay, so everyone gets 24
Yeah.
ducats. Pick a random number out of thin air.
We
and
found
add
another 15 though, so everybody gets an extra 3 from that.
Yeah, that makes
27. I know.
Just helping. So
Yeah, Corbin does dexterity training,
Clang.
but
How
that's
much is that?
expensive dexterity
Okay.
training.
What is? Oh no, speed it.
Yeah, aren't the core training is like 500?
Yeah, attribute training is 500, but skill is 100, and wizards spells you can get for 200.
Wait, hang on. Nobody say anything.
Oh no.
She's thinking.
Oh, okay,
Are you
3. No. 3 plus 7 is 10.
Yeah.
Makes 120 plus 140. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Were you trying to add 27 to your current total?
Yeah.
Have you got enough to
Just
get
use
some
the
training?
calculator on my
We're
phone.
running out of time, guys.
Pardon?
I'm just feeling particularly stupid today, and you know what? I think I'm entitled to that, and then
Ah,
it's fine.
Before we cut out, guys, I'm assuming you're going to continue down this corridor, and I'll draw another map.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you want to do anything else in that cavern with said monster in it?
We had a good look round.
Yeah,
We
you had
had
a good
a
look round, and you found anything. But is there anything else you wanted to do?
there anything else
I
to
don't
do?
think so.
Now I'm wondering if there's anything else to do.
Well, there are a couple of things that I would do if I was you before I left, but I
Ooh,
don't.
Charles, pick up your arrows.
That would be one of them.
Cross that off.
And
Go back.
let me
Go back.
just describe the room to you again.
Go on, then.
Okay.
So there is the slab, there is
Yeah.
the desk, you've had the tools, you've had a look at the barrel and crate, which are filled with ice and body parts.
Rifle through the desk drawers.
There is also a knocked out monster on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to search the monster? Mercy, you do that.
Yeah. We should probably
Or does
search
it have any clothes? Like, is there somewhere for it to be hiding stuff?
I think you could probably say there might be a loincloth on it, but that's pretty much about it.
We should
Okay.
probably decide whether we're gonna kill it.
We should disassemble it.
Oh, if
Just
we're gonna-
undo all the stitching and then it can't come back
if
alive.
we're gonna disassemble it, can we at least put it on ice?
No.
You could do that.
We're not
yeah.
helping the people we're about to go and kill make another monster.
I still think this could be a friend for us.
Really?
Yes.
I admire your optimism.
Feel free to go and revive it and deal with everything it does from this point forward.
Yeah, but I think if I took it apart and then sewed it back together again, it would then, unlike
It would be your son.
it would be like my little companion.
I like how me and Ezra, possibly, and just me and Jay in general, the most extra characters and players of this game, have just taken in a very simple and easy to take care of goblin child. And we've increasingly got like more complicated and dangerous companions up the list.
Yeah, Ali's going to try and befriend a full-on dragon at some point.
Oh my gosh, I totally want my own dragon.
Hey, it works on Skyrim.
Doesn't want their own dragon. Who doesn't know?
Well, yeah, it would be cool.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
thinking
Especially
two
if they're, like,
flower
dragons in
colour
How to
magic.
Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, exactly. Night Furies.
Maybe I should just create like a small dog.
So you're going to disassemble a monster and try and create a dog out of it.
A small dog. You said it was made of animal parts, and there's lots of animal parts in
Oh.
Yeah, but I
it.
don't know if it's made of dog parts.
Like the one in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Oh, no, not Nightmare Before Christmas. It's Corpse Bride, isn't it?
Frank and Weenie?
Yes.
Or is it Frankenweenie?
Because one of them he's a
Frankenweenie.
skeleton, one of them he's a ghost, and one of them he's alive and then put back together again.
Oh.
I mean, my craft isn't bad. Do you want me to go and disassemble the monster using my craft? Although, to
Yeah.
be fair,
You're the one that wants to rebuild the monster.
Is that what you're doing, Ali?
it would appear that I'm going to disassemble the monster and put it on ice, and then quite possibly make myself really quickly a nice, cute, small dog. Am I going to need some form of electricity to bring this to life, though?
Are you doing that?
That's going to be more tricky. Yes, I'm going
Well,
to do that.
I assume you just have to root round in the monster's insides till you figure out whatever powers it.
Oh my gosh, it could be like Adam on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And it could have like a nuclear core.
Or like in Skyrim when you need a heartstone in order to revive the dead
But we're
body
getting
and make
into
it.
vivisection. That makes me uncomfortable. And
Vivisection is where we're drawing the line.
you're talking to someone who was a biologist, and I'm really uncomfortable.
Exactly. And you're the one who's willing to take this apart and put it back together, but you won't.
I'm uncomfortable with vivisection, to be honest. Chopping apart something that is technically still alive.
You're going to play God and attempt to create new life.
Can I very carefully just kind of undo some stitching, have a look, see what's pairing the monster, and then stitch it back up again, or possibly disassemble it, take out the power source, and create myself a cute little
You
dog.
find a power source, just take out the power source, and
Okay.
we won't have any more problems. I
So-
need to turn my camera off real quick because I have chest pains, but I will be back any second.
As you begin to unstitch the creature,
I'm gonna be really upset if it comes alive again.
you notice that there appears to be sort of a green smoke rising from it.
Oh, green smoke. A green smoke. Is this
So we have a radioactive Frankenstein's monster.
a toxic green smoke? Because that just concerns me.
Not toxic.
Go and breathe it in and see if you can figure it out.
Then you will have lost the person who is the craftiest and most agile.
I think we'll lose.
It's not affecting you in any way, this green smoke.
Okay, so I will carry on. I'm carrying on, carefully snipping stitches. Snip, 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 snip.
Yep, more green smoke.
More green smoke. Still snipping.
And we're all just watching, half horrified, half in awe.
Okay, so
I'm just like covering Egg's eyes.
can you tell me to what extent you've unstitched this creature? Is it now in parts, or?
I have unstitched all the way down the front. So
Yeah.
all the stitching that you would have all down the front,
Yeah,
so that you can see what's inside.
okay.
Have you ever seen Heroes?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know when the cheerleader dies and they have her on the table and she's like open?
The cheerleader dies?
Well, no.
Save the cheerleader, save the world, Lars.
Dies. And then they've got her like open because they're doing
You
the
mean like when they do an autopsy and they do
No.
the Y cut
Yeah.
down you?
Yeah, and then she has to put her
Okay.
chest back together.
All right.
Because she can't be killed.
So I'm gonna say then that the green smoke has stopped. Other than
Lovely.
that, you can see that the inside of this creature is in a pretty bad way. It's kind of pretty much decomposed.
It's magic, isn't it? It's
It-
magic that brought it to life. That's what it is.
Make a knowledge check.
Oh no, my knowledge is rubbish.
I can
Can
make
we
a
also make knowledge checks?
Everybody make a knowledge check.
Yeah,
Everybody.
go for it.
You've gone, well, like, I don't know.
Everybody can
My
make. a
knowledge is also
check.
very bad. Yeah.
Fine. I pass.
Okay.
What is the knowledge?
12.
So
I'm a small boy.
Mercer, you're basically pointing at the green smoke in the ceiling and going, "Ooh, smoke."
Smoke.
Just like that.
Yeah. And Charles, you're going, yeah, I think that this could be, I've heard that necromancers can do this.
Of course, it's a necromancer.
I am deceased. Although I'm stuck again.
Okay. So you know, Charles, that this is a skill that Hagen doesn't have. Well, none of you have.
No, because we're not necromancers.
Unless
That's
anyone's
so
got any
easy.
surprises.
Can we look under the slab? Is there anything under the slab?
Nope.
Alright, so we,
Stand
in
slap.
order to adopt us a little demon dog, we're first going to have to adopt a necromancer.
Yeah, I'm not keen on that.
We don't need to adopt one, we can just pay one to make us demon dog.
Yeah, necromancers aren't very nice.
Hey Lars, bet you're thinking that this would have been way easier if you'd just given me Fang when you had the chance.
You cannot have Fang. We should ask Max where he got Fang.
All right, we've had a good old look round. We can't
And
find
get our own.
anything.
He told you where he got Fang.
He
Well,
did.
He
I
did.
wasn't listening.
Because
My
Hagen said, you actually called it a certain type of dragon. And he said, no, it's not a
It's a
certain
fire
type of
dragon.
dragon. You
I
said
said
it was a fire dragon,
Dragon.
and it probably eats charcoal or something. And
Okay.
Max said, no, everybody knows that this is a swamp dragon.
Oh, yes.
To the swamp!
Get me a dragon.
Once we get out of this cavern.
Okay. Right, I can't see any. Well, I can't think of anything
Make
else
a
in
note.
the cabin. Anyone? We've had a look at the monster. There's nothing to be found on the monster.
Cavern.
Is it like totally dead now?
I'm going to say it's totally dead now.
All right, I might as well stitch it and properly take it apart and make sure it's not like a golem, and they haven't like hidden some secret scroll inside.
That would be fun.
So we're looking for secret scrolls. Snip, snip, snip with my special roll of lab tools.
As you're snipping, Charles recalls that, yes, this may well be a golem, but in this particular universe, it's not powered by scrolls.
Oh, okay.
It's powered by necromancer magic.
Okay.
I was going to say necromantical, but is that right? Necromantical?
Necromantic?
Necromantics. Yeah.
Okay. I can think of nothing else to do. Anyone?
No.
No.
Okay, so what would you like to do? Would you like to leave the cavern?
Yes.
Shall we?
Okay, so as you leave the cavern, you exit out of the southern passageway, which you notice is rising. Steady incline.
Any noise from up ahead?
No noise at all.
Any smells? Any smells?
No, not anything. No.
Any changes in the air?
There's a slight change in the air.
Okay.
The best way I think to describe it is that it smells musty. And as you make your way through the cavern, you get to a bend in the cavern, and you notice that there appears to be signs of a scuffle on the floor.
Can we tell what made the marks?
You can, yeah, you can, Mercer. You can see that there are boot prints in the floor. The other prints look like scrapes.
Look at my baby.
And it looks as if something has been dragged off into the corridor, into the passageway.
Okay.
You're now at this point here, guys. So you can see this is where the scuffle was. You can also make out just around the corner. You've got your lanterns on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make out that there are some rusty bars on the southern wall here. And it appears that there is an alcove behind those bars.
With what in the alcove?
You making your way there to have a look?
There's definitely something. Shall we?
Sure.
Yeah?
Okay. A long dead warrior and we have to ring a bell.
Mercy, you on
I feel like you're making references that I don't understand.
Same order as before?
On my shoulder.
Egg on your shoulder. Charles and Kiana at the back. Okay, so what you can see through the bars, Mercer, is that there is a really tatty bedroll on the floor. Other than that, there's nothing there. The door to the bars is swinging open.
So someone's been asleep in there and has been possibly released. Should we check under the tatty bedroll just in case?
You can. I don't really want to go in there.
I'll go in and check under the tatty bedroll.
Okay, so as you do, Hagen,
I'm going to cry if this thing slaps shut.
You find that there's nothing underneath there. Looks like this bedroll hasn't been used.
Ooh. And we look around the walls.
You can. Again, it's natural cavern walls. This is a natural alcove that has been sort of barred up.
Floor, anything on the floor? Footprints, anything interesting? Any interesting prints?
Shingle, no footprints actually, no.
Oh.
Hmm.
So it may be an old jail. There'd still be footprints though. There'd be footprints. How does the bedroll get on the floor? Unless it's been literally thrown in.
Can I do like a funky Aragorn thing and like put my ear to the ground and be like, Something
This happened.
Yes, you can. But you don't hear anything.
I'm like, there's been nothing here.
So the passageway widens out, and Mercy, you can see that there is another alcove here. Same deal. There appears to be a bedroll beyond it. There is also a skeleton on the floor of that bedroll.
Gross. Do I know if it's like a human or an elf or anything?
From where you are, you wouldn't be able to tell whether it was human or elf. Not dwarf or hobbit.
A clothed skeleton, as in something has literally withered away.
Clothed, but yeah,
But a
sort of
skeleton.
tattered, decomposed. And it
All
does
right,
look like the drag marks lead into that cell.
Ooh. Right, can we go and search the skeleton
You can.
for anything like handy?
You absolutely can. So as you search the skeleton, there's nothing on it, no weapons, just tatty clothing, but there is a book,
Ooh.
which I will share with you now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Full Child's Diary. Who's
Full
Full
Child's
Child?
Diary.
You heard of a Full Child? Do we know that name?
No.
Okay.
Would you like to turn the cover? Oh, there we go.
Oh, yes. If I am ever to wed of a lion, I must prove my worth. We have to set up our own farm. The ruins. I've made up my mind. I'm going.
As in, he's going to the ruins of the Ythlian monastery to
Oh
get
my
treasure.
God. Is this like they are coming? They are coming.
Are we in the ruins of the god?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I stumbled around in the dark forest under the creepy coffins. I found a secret door to a grove with a statue of Danu and some weird symbols. I found some ducats there and a slide into the darkness. Okay, yeah, go. Because we know about that. We've seen that.
Handy though. Handy
Yeah.
to have it.
We have, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
I'm just taking notes.
Oh, what a nerd.
Check the slide. That's myself. Oh, it's got you through the stuff in the lake.
We are thieves. So probably not because I think he's dead.
Okay, go. Oh
But
no.
it's weird, but do what he wants.
They threw me in. We'll ever see Aveline again.
We need to find Aveline.
I'm going to say unlikely.
Break the news.
Okay, go.
Okay. And that is
Yeah.
where the diary ends.
Oh. Okay, take the diary.
You taking Full Chud's diary?
Yep.
Totally.
Okay, so you have some surgical tools
Yeah.
and Full Chud's diary.
Right. Onwards and upwards, people.
Onwards and upwards. So the passageway does lead on, and it leads around a rather large bend. A bend, which, hang on, I just need to do that so you can see. Can you see the bend?
Yep.
And it also leads to a door
Okay.
set into the wall.
What kind of a door? Like a big heavy oak door with studs and things?
Yeah, why not?
I shouldn't have given him ideas. Is it a really flimsy door that we can just kick in?
Yeah,
No,
it's got
a
like
really
bits
heavy oak
missing.
door with like studs.
Dang it! Biggest
Kind of
mistake
door that
ever.
when you open it goes.
Okay,
That was a very impressive sound.
is the
you.
door
That was
locked?
very good.
Is it locked?
Okay,
Well, would you
we
like to
just
turn the handle
open
and
the
see?
door.
Dude, check for traps. Hagen, you're the only one that can check for traps. Check for traps.
I'll check the trap. So I'm the
Like, don't go just pushing doors open.
Okay,
No.
make a perception check, please. Are you
Why am I
checking
the only
the
one
area
that-
around the door?
But my perception is, well, all right.
Should be all right. You're a thief.
I am lucky. My perception is a 5, and I got a 4.
Okay, so when you make your perception check, you notice that this is a really heavy wooden door with studs that will probably make a creaking sound when you open it.
Shit, isn't it?
It is
Okay,
definitely
so I'm-
not a beaded curtain.
Oh man. All right, I'm going to go up and try the door.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've forgone the element of surprise already. So let's just kick it down and freaking go.
It's a big, heavy, studded oak door. You can't kick them down.
Well, kick it open.
Not even Mercy can kick that open.
Well, kick it open, and we'll run in shouting. I'm assuming it is a
Else
knock.
we can't kick it open.
Charles, would you like to
Kick
try
it
and
open.
kick the door?
No, because that will then alert people even quicker to the fact that there's somebody on the other side. If we can get the door open and run through, it'll be faster. I'm trying the door.
Okay, so the handle turns.
And
The door does creak open.
cannot be opened by a hobbit.
And
Big and heavy.
when you open the door,
Yes.
you see stood in the corner, not in the corner actually, in the middle of a room is a man in black robes, hooded black robes.
That's totally a necromancer.
It is an octagonal room. There is a
Loads
fountain
of corners. Hate that.
Sounds like a
There
demon
is a
summoning
what?
ritual to me.
in the middle of the room. There is a fountain, and there are 4 pillars.
Fountain of blood.
Maybe it's
I'm gonna
the
put egg down,
The,
like behind me.
on
Maybe it's
each
the
of
fountain of life.
the walls, you notice that there are sarcophagi, upright sarcophagi.
Oh, awesome. We're going to have to
Skyrim
fight you
style.
dead.
I have a bad feeling.
And
Don't
as
worry, guys,
you
I've done so much.
open the door,
Room.
I'm like Charlie Dragar, ringing any bells?
you're up
Right.
front,
I can't hear Lars.
and the person in the black robes turns round. As he turns round, the best way to describe this guy is probably the kind of person who probably was bullied at school, but has now grown up and has a beard.
Is
And
it one of those small little pointy ones?
oh yeah, it's properly evil.
Yeah.
And as he turns around, he says, "Intruders." And then he brings his hands together, and you notice more of that kind of green smoke rising from his hands. And he points to the sarcophagi on either side of him. And 2 of the sarcophagi doors just fall to the ground.
Only 2.
And a skeleton and a zombie start making their way out of those sarcophagi.
Quickly or
Charles?
slowly?
Well, you know, they don't move that quickly. Skeleton's
Zombies aren't
moving quicker
quick.
than the zombie. But I've
Can
lost my...
Charles retroactively tackle the necromancer to the ground before that happens?
You can make your way over to the necromancer on your turn.
Yeah, I don't think you move fast enough, dude.
I'm sure I made these little characters up. Where have they gone?
I do. I'm very agile. I
Yeah,
could go for the
you're also
necromancer.
tight. Go for his legs.
Yeah, with my
That's
roll
the
of
thing, you're
love.
quite sure.
Kick him in the back of the knees.
No, with my roll of love tools. Tendons.
Oh, there they are. I knew I'd got them out.
Just go across
In the back of the
bottoms
knees.
of the knees.
Which means that it'll fall to the
Scalpels.
floor. And then Mercer can come in and chop his hands off before he can do any more spells.
And just
We'd
like,
like to do
stomp
that,
on his head.
Charles.
Yeah,
Pardon?
can we do that?
We've formulated an excellent plan.
We've formulated an awesome plan.
Okay.
Well, no, because otherwise there's just all these skeletons and zombies sitting in the
Yeah, but they're
like cupboards.
They can stay there.
They're slow.
Well, we've got 2 to deal with while we try and take out the
I
necromancer.
reckon once we kill him, the necromancer,
They will totally
They'll
go to the floor. We're taking the head off the snake, people.
Oh, we're running
Okay,
out
so
of
we're going to
time.
go straight for him then.
Oh no, we're taking the head off the snake.
So what you do? And who's going
We're
first?
all going to attempt to reach the necromancer. How
I
far
am
away is he? Like, how many squares?
So from Hagen, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you'd have to go around the fountain. Well, you know, you might do something differently.
Vault over the top.
Potentially, or just charge straight through it. So as the crow flies, or as the hobbit runs,
Yes.
3 squares.
So I am going to run around behind the necromancer with my
Ooh.
roll of lab tools open, with a scalpel in each hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm tiny and fast. Right, I'm going to whip in behind him, and I'm stealthy.
You are stealthy. Yes.
I am stealthy. I am going to whip in underneath his robes, and he doesn't notice me because I'm really small, and you two are causing a massive distraction.
yeah.
Are you going,
Right.
hey, necromancer over here, hey.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
with my stealthiness,
We
I run
start-
around.
Running towards him like weapons raised,
Yes.
shouting really loudly, but running really slowly.
Yeah, and I run around behind him, scalpel in each hand. Yeah. Whip the back of his knees, whip his tendons down, which means he's going to fall to the floor, and then Mercer's going to come in and chop his hands off before he gets a chance to do any spells. Or possibly his head.
I'm going to try.
Okay, so you will definitely make it around behind him because you move 9, is that right?
Yes. And I'm very stealthy.
So you are now here, and you do need to make a fighting check minus,
Oh no. Minus nothing.
well, maybe. I'm not sure what a necromancer's dexterity is at the moment, but I'll let you know.
You're not very dexterous.
Okay, so a necromancer's dexterity is 2. So fighting check minus 2.
Excuse me,
Hmm?
we would like several plus points. 1 for the ingeniousness of the plan,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
you get points for that.
for the ease of which it could potentially be carried out.
Yes.
3 because of the hobbit's extreme sneakiness,
Yeah.
which means he's going to be caught off his guard. So that's like 3 extra points.
I think maybe 1 it could happen for the
That's right.
snake, but I don't think the other.
I have considered your request. Request denied.
For 1, things could have been different, Charles.
Okay. Okay, I did not.
Me and Charles are like jogging towards him.
I did not manage to take his knees out.
This guy has been wedged within an inch of his life at school. He's not going to fall for the old tendon trick.
No one's tried the tendon trick on him at school. What kind of a school did he go to?
Oh,
Very
that's
rough one.
harsh, you know.
Rougher than mine.
Ever wondered why he became a necromancer?
I should say, he probably went to the magic school and then was shown to turn to dark magic, and they'll have to act surprised when it happened.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he's got different shirts. That's what it is.
He has zombies
No,
going around giving
We
those
love Doofenshmirtz.
jocks wedges now.
Okay, you two need to hurry up because I'm behind this necromancer.
Okay, well, we were running slowly to distract him, but we can get there faster if we need to.
Yes.
Yeah, really, we should have had an extra point. So that's like 4 points for
No.
the distraction as well.
I'm just going to run forward and try and take his head off.
She's not
Nice.
learning. Okay, so you're going to run forward and make a fighting check minus 2, please. For the
We never
dexterity.
learn. Why are you some kind of teacher?
Ooh, I got it exactly, which means I don't do any damage.
No, you've done 1 point of damage. If you get it
Oh,
exactly, you do a point of damage. Now, do
Okay.
necromancers wear armor? No, because they are wizards. So
Hell yeah.
he does have to make a toughness check. So despite being a bit of a nerd, he does have quite a high toughness. But let's see. Oh, he passes his toughness check. So
Okay,
you did hit, but
Didn't wound.
despite being, you know, he's been beaten about a bit before, so he can take this. He can take a whack to the head or whatever with an axe or.
Change tactic. Try to pull a therapy session on him right now. Talk about your childhood.
When you say that, he just starts welling up, but then there's this anger, a rage, and he goes, "No!" And it's your go, Charles.
Okay. Right. So I'm gonna firebolt him, but I think I should get an extra point. Because
Not gonna happen, bro.
Charles, seriously?
Can't see through the tears in his eyes.
Just try and hit him. Firebolt has
Can't see.
extra perks anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you just
Oh my
because
god.
that was well argued. And yeah, okay. I'm going to say because of this rage and this attempted therapy session from a barbarian of all people.
You are so welcome.
Yes, the rage means he is off guard a little bit. So I will reduce his dexterity by 1 because he's basically so annoyed.
You have better do some damage.
I rolled a 15.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so you got cocky and you're like, oh, got him now. And yeah, the firebolt just kind of whizzes up and hits the ceiling. There's a big shower of sparks. Reminiscent of a 9 Inch Nails video.
Nice. Okay, my turn.
Isn't it the necromancer's turn?
No,
Actually, it's Kiana's turn.
Oh, go
Oh,
girl.
yes. Oh,
And-
so now you're warming up to her.
Yeah.
Kiana's going to just step inside the door. And she's going to go and try and firebolt the necromancer. She's cottoned onto your plan. Thinks it's a good one. She's going to do the same. But she fails. Egg is going to stand by you. Actually, no. Egg is going to follow Mercer into the room.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm now guarding him with my entire being.
Okay, so we've got Charles here, Kiana. How far do goblins move again? Let's find out. And Egg. So he's now determined to protect you, Mercer.
Oh, no.
In Ezra's
It's okay, I can
absence.
pick him up with like one arm if I need to.
Okay, so goblins move
Ezra will never forgive us if something happens there.
3. So he's going to try and get to you, but he's not quite there. Okay, and yes, it's the necromancer's go.
He's exposed.
So
I am aware.
Are you doing the dragon? You're like a dragon with a little
So he is going to try to attack you, Hagen. Dexterity's 4, right?
Yes, I'm very dexterous.
So he's got to get a 1 to hit
Wow.
with, which he fails. And
We don't
then
get all up in other people's robes, man. Rude.
Going up in other people's robes. I love that.
he's going to... Oh, pants. No, he can't this turn. All right, he's not going to do anything. But this zombie is going to shuffle its way over towards you, Mercer. And it will get +1 on its attack because of the necromancer. What's your dexterity, please?
3.
Okay, so it's got to get